conscious of it, and you reflect on yourself, and you keep reflecting, and you look back, and you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't have done that. You're then building those triggers to change the way you think and the way you do things. And so you're doing it now. And I think the more we reflect on this year at various stages, that it will just start happening, and soon it will start happening without you even realizing it. But the conversation you've just had with us, which you've obviously had with yourself before this, is, I would say it's step one, but it's not. It's like you've just taken 50 steps out of 100, and now you just got to do the other 50, which will be a lot smaller and a lot more incremental. So it's fantastic stuff. And for I've been with it, same as you, and I've talked about this in various podcasts before, I was in my 20s, I was certainly my late 20s, huge pessimist. It started off just that I was in my little bubble that I lived in, and I didn't believe big things could happen. So, big promotions of work, big achievements outside of work, etc. Whatever these things were, it wasn't on my cards. I was just poodling along in my little life. And then I became more of a pessimist that when stuff was happening, this will go wrong, this will go wrong, this will be terrible, this isn't going to work. I really lived that. And then various things that happened, for the quick story first, I'm now the opposite end. I am, and I've Noya-Inspiration, someone else on a podcast I listen to, I am the eternal optimist. Nothing is going to go wrong. Even when stuff goes wrong, it hasn't gone wrong, because here's how it will get better. That's where I am now. When people like, certainly in work, when I've got to do like risk logs and stuff like that, I'm terrible with it, because my brain doesn't.
You don't see a risk.
There's all I see is the solutions to the problems before I've even thought about. And I really have to step back, and it's a thing I really lean on to talk to other people about, to think about step one before I'm already on. Yeah, but this will go well, and this will go, and I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do it. We talked before we hit record, didn't we, Ryan, about something I'm doing at the moment, where I'm just going in like, yeah, this is going to be great, against everything that's telling me it won't be. And I've gone through that cycle, and a lot of it is lots of little changes where I'm like, no, I want to do this, or I want to be like this, or I've seen people like that and taken on advice from what they've said, and kind of how I got there. My last little bit before I let Joe get a word in edgewise on this is, and it is, this is a work thing. Person who runs our company told a story that really resonated with me, and I put it down to one of the fundamental moments where I shifted from negative to positive. And he was doing roadshows, and he was telling stories about life. And he was, at the time, from whenever it was years ago, him and his other half were trying to buy a house. And they, this was a big house. I'd say big. No, I don't know. I know nothing about the house. All I know was it was a financial stretch for them to get the house. So I'm filling in the details myself. That's the story.